Superman review.
Good.
Good? There you go. Good. Should people go and watch it?
Yeah.
Why should they go and watch it?
Because we find out that Superman's cloned into an evil version.
Spoiler alert! Still got the official tickets. Got to frame those bad boys next to my Superman poster. I did have some little niggles about the film, some little gripes that I wasn't a massive fan of.
Yeah, Superman kept getting beaten up.
Yes, that is the first on my little list. I got Superman gets beaten up a lot, pretty much from start to finish. He gets his freaking ass handed to him.
And he's always covered in blood.
You would think he was like year one Superman, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Not like 4 years deep into being Superman. You'd think he would be like bossing it by now.
They say he's a man of. They say he's the Man of Steel as well, but he's not.
The Man of Steel, more like the Man of Piss. Hello there, and welcome to another video. So, just leading on from my little convo in the car. Nice, honest, easy review here for you guys. Back to the list of gripes. So number one, he gets his ass beat pretty much from the start to the finish of the film. And, surprisingly, Crypto. I actually really didn't like Crypto very much. Pretty much every scene he was in, he was just causing a nuisance. And I think he was used more as like a comic relief to the film. And I was kind of more hoping that he would actually, be fighting alongside Superman. Which is also kind of another gripe I had, is the fact that Superman had to get Crypto to save his ass at least 3 times in this movie. So he's calling upon a nuisance dog who's pretty useless to come and save him. I mean, they was just little tiny gripes, it didn't spoil the film in any way or anything like that. But now onto the good things, the parts that I actually really did like about the film. Number one is he saves everything. Like, he doesn't care if it's a person, woman, man, other, dog. He even saves a squirrel at one point. Alien baby, or whatever the fuck that thing was. He just wants to save lives, and whatever form that takes is what he's going to do. He takes a lot of punishment, so this kind of contradicts my little gripe of him getting beaten up all the time. It was a little bit annoying he was getting beaten up from start to finish, but it was quite cool seeing the amount of punishment that he was taking and still wanting to just get straight back up and go and help people. It's kind of, classic Superman. I actually really liked the suit as well, so that was another plus for me. A lot of people have been complaining about the suit. I mean, just this pants on the outside. If you're going to the cinema and you're just staring at the crotch of the lead character all the time, then you probably shouldn't be allowed in the cinema, to be honest. But I mean, there was also complaints about how, it was a bit of a baggy suit. It wasn't the skin-tight muscle suit that we're used to seeing. And again, I was all for it. David Cornsweet, he's a fucking big guy. And you can see that by every scene that he's in. He just dwarfs pretty much any other human being around him. Like, he's noticeably fucking bigger. He is a big dude. And he doesn't need the fucking big-ass muscle suit and shit. So yeah, I mean, pants on the outside, whatever, I don't care. There was also tons of action, literally from the get-go. Just tons of it, which is always good. There was loads of supporting characters. Green Lantern actually being one of my highlights. And now, for the 2 biggest pros and cons of this film. The 2 biggest points that I took from it. The only thing that I would say kind of spoilt this movie, genuinely, was the fact that there was no real big superhero moment. So I remember when I was younger going to watch Superman Returns, and there's that scene where he stops the aeroplane from crashing. And for me, that was just seeing that in the cinema. That was like one of those big superhero moments. Spider-Man 2, the old Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2 film. He stops the train with Doc Ock.
We're slowing down.
One of those moments where you see it and you just think, fuck, that's cool. The Dark Knight, and his Batmobile turns into the Batbike and he explodes out.
Goodbye.
Now there's a Batman. Moments like that really make a big impact, and I don't feel like this Superman really had a moment like that. Kind of lost a little bit of wow factor. So that's probably the only actual main issue I had with it, is I was waiting for that big heroic Superman moment, and I don't feel like we really got that. Now the biggest plus of the film, the biggest plus for me, was actually taking my stepson to go and watch it. So Jacob, who you saw at the start of this video, and he's been in many of my other videos, I went and watched it with him. And just looking down at him, you know, wearing his little Superman t-shirt, his little popcorn, and looking up at the big screen, and the look on his face, you know, this is the Superman of today. And I could just tell by looking at him, he had the same feeling that I used to get when I used to go to the cinema and watch these sort of films. And then the next morning after we'd watched the film, he came into the bedroom. He had a little Superman keyring that he was carrying around in his pocket and he took to school. He was also asking me to borrow my hair gels and stuff so he could get a little Superman curl, because he wanted to go to school with a little Superman curl. And it was, you know, it's things like that. That's what this character's for. It's what the film's for, you know. It's hard to please old grumpy fucks like myself and other adults out there. But at the end of the day, it's a Superman film, and it is the Superman of today, and it's carrying that character on for another generation. So all in all, I mean, I've genuinely really enjoyed the film. And I mean, I'm not saying that because I'm getting paid by fucking James Gunn. You know, I'm not going to slag the film off because I'm getting paid by Snyder. You know, look at my fucking subs. They're diabolical. So this is a pretty honest review, and I would just highly recommend you go and watch it. And by all means, if you have kids, go watch it with the kids, because that is literally what it's all about. So yeah, all in all, it was a fucking good film, and I'll definitely be watching it again. So yeah, peace out and stop worrying about the trunks.